This is the Noob School person. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do some color corrections in your, let's say, home movie to make it look like some of the movies, some action movies. For example, like if you look at The Matrix, you see it's all really green. It's really green. You see it's not clear. This is called color correction. It's used in many movies. Another example would be Ring. Now you can see like this is a horror movie and everything. It's kind of blue and hued. You see, it's not clear. So that's color correction in a shell. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that in any of your movies. But you're going to be using iMovie, so any of you Windows users, you might want to quit right now. So, what you want to do, this is like a video from my French project, which I did for school. So I'm going to split it. You're going to do that, and you're going to have to split clip, or you can do it to the whole clip, it doesn't matter. I'm just splitting clip because it'll just to not make the whole thing look all great. So what you want to do is you want to double click and you go to video, and now first what we're going to do is, if you want, like, say a horror movie like effect, you have to turn the blue up. You don't want that much. You want it, you see, you want about 150%. You see, give you kind of a blue, and you want to minimize green very, very little, very minute amounts. And for the red, it doesn't really matter what you do. You can just leave it there because it doesn't play a part in this. So that looks kind of like, it gives you a horror movie kind of look. And you want to make the exposure a little bit less, about that much. And the brightness doesn't really matter or whatever, but I like to turn it down a little bit because that's kind of gives you a horror movie kind of effect. And now for contrast, you see contrast makes a lot of difference to your thing. If you get leaving a little part of it wrong, then you're gonna screw everything up. So what you want to do is you want to keep it at about 5%, maybe 4%, something like that, because it'll give you the dark, gritty kind of feel to your movie. And saturation doesn't really matter. You just keep it in the middle. You want to keep it at 100%. And white point, it's not really necessary. It's like if you want your movie to be some different colors, like let's say you're doing a Terminator view kind of thing, you want it to be like that. But you don't want it for this one. You just want to keep it right in the middle. Makes no difference. Okay, and you click done. So it'll give you that kind of a horror movie effect kind of thing. Now for, like, let's say color corrections to make it like The Matrix. So I'm gonna make revert to original. And now for The Matrix, you have to turn the green up, like about there. See? That looks like a Matrix. Red doesn't really matter again. This one. Blue, you want to turn the blue down. Not much, just very little. Like, about that much. And for exposure, you don't want it that much, or you don't want that much. You want it just right about there. And for the brightness, right now it doesn't really matter because the Matrix is pretty bright. And contrast, and even in contrast doesn't matter. Now for saturation, you want to keep it at about 110%, because it'll give you kind of a nice feel to it. And you see how here they're both coordinated right here? All of them are coordinated. That's the one where you'll get a nice kind of feel for it. And the audio doesn't really matter, so now it looks like something like that. You see? You see the Matrix kind of feel. Color correction is done in a lot of movies, and it's for different genres. Let's say you're doing a science fiction kind of movie, you can have the washed out effect by just turning everything down a bit, putting it all in medium, and you want to have a washed out kind of effect. Because, for example, I'm just going to take a minute here to show you, let's say, trailer for Book of Eli or any kind of science fiction movie. This is one of my favorite ones. Oh my god, not a song. Okay. You see how there's the washed out kind of effect? And you want that kind of look for the movie. You want to turn up the exposure a bit. Brightness, you want to make it low. Exposure a little bit more. It gives you a washed out kind of effect. Contrast, you want it high, pretty high. 20%, something like that. Okay, right there. So it gives you the washed out kind of effect. Saturation, again, doesn't really matter. And you're not. So now you get the science fiction kind of look. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.